Okay, so I gotta come out and say it. I have not been this excited about a show's first episode like this, like I am right now. And yes, that title does not deceive you. What I heard was right, and it caught me off guard. But this is the next Snafu, in my opinion. And just to let you know right now, Snafu's a top 10 favorite anime of mine. If I'm being honest, if I'm revealing a little bit to you, which I do very vaguely at times with you guys. I don't know if you guys catch on within my videos, but this is one of my top 5 favorite anime, Snafu is. And this show really reminds me of it, you know. So I gotta say, I've not been excited about a first episode of an anime I've watched like I am right now since Classroom of the Elite and or ReZero. I mean, what is this show about? So basically this show is about not just a typical bunny girl. The bunny girl outfit is just nothing but a mere facade, something to get her noticed. So don't let that cover art just, you know, kind of deter you. Don't let the definition I showed you on my anime list and or anything, any chart, whatever it may be, deter you from watching this show. This is a must watch. This is possibly going to be the best show of fall. Yes, I know Fairy Tail's back. I know, yes, I know that Sword Art Online is here. I get it. And Magical Index is back. I get it. But this show is damn good. It may be the dark horse anime of the entire year. So this show is about a bunny girl that cannot even get noticed. Actually, it's about a celebrity that used to be adored by everyone and noticed by everyone and could not get left alone. But now she's gone on hiatus from her showbiz, and now that she's done that, she's not getting noticed. And it's something that they refer to as adolescence syndrome per se. And that's something that I just find very interesting. I want to know more because basically this show so far is Snafu with a twist to me. And our main character, Sakuta, actually does notice her while other people around her are slowly starting to forget. And it does foreshadow at the end of the episode that he says, hey, to himself. He monologues to himself and says, hey, do a good job, future me. Don't forget, even if you do forget. So I cannot wait to see the drama that will be within this episode. I cannot wait to see their relationship build. I am super excited about what is to come. But one thing I really do love about the show is the show's realism. So what am I getting at? So our main female character, the one that's getting forgot, Mai, actually kind of plays her role. She doesn't go out of her way to get noticed outside that whole bunny girl skit. But other than that, whenever it's class time in school, once again, outside that bunny girl skit, she plays the atmosphere. And our main character, male character, Sakuta, she kind of asks him, why do you not say anything to people? Why don't you tell them, hey, you did not send 2 other kids or 3 kids to the hospital? And he kind of says, yeah, I mean, that's true, because why else would I be able to go to school? If I sent people to the hospital, I don't think I'd be able to go to school or a normal school, you know what I mean? So, and he plays the atmosphere, he says, well, the atmosphere says this about me. I'm not going to defy the atmosphere, because in school, especially in high school, and this is where the realism sets in, if there's a rumor going around about you, you can deny it, but what is it going to do? In high school, man, high school is ruthless, man. That's when people's moral compass is just becoming something. That's when people are going to make their most irrational decisions in life. You know, during high school, just getting into high school, whether it be freshman year or whether it be your freshman year of college, your sophomore year of college, whatever it may be, that's whenever you can be the most irrational anytime within that time frame. So you're not going to think logically. You're going to put your social status first. And if people are saying this, you're going to agree with them. Doesn't matter what you believe. There's a lot of times where we just kind of sit back and say, I don't want to get involved in this. These are my thoughts. I know what other people are thinking are incorrect, but that person is not that kind of person. That rumor is false. And at the same time, we look at our main female character, and one of Sakuta's main friend kind of says, well, it's ruthless, because once a school, school is a place to where once the atmosphere is set, once the shape of the class is set, if you're someone on the outside trying to get in, then it's too late. You have to be someone that gets either transferred to that school, start up at that school, and you have to assert yourself then. you cannot try to do it later, because then people think you're showing off. People think that you're being weird because you're acting out of character, and or people just think that, why didn't you do this before? Like, are you trying to make a point? Like, what are you trying to do? And that's really how high school is. It's savage, man. If you are someone that's going to act isolated and walk and talk like you're an isolated person, like you don't want anything to do with people, even though that's the opposite, you're just shy or something of the sort, or maybe there was a rumor going around about you but it was false, whatever it may be, you cannot just insert yourself into the class in a lot of cases. It's not like that for every school, but it is very true. It's a savage place, man. High school is a savage place. It can be. I mean, it can be amazing. And, honestly, not tooting my own horn or anything like this, but I was someone who's pretty damn popular in school. I mean, senior year, I was prom king. I mean, I was one of the basketball, I was really good at sports, a couple years I was the basketball team's best player. I got awards on my wall. I have plaques, but I was always someone who was very conscious of what was going on. And, I was always conscious of my surroundings. I could perceive things, I always had a great perspective. I was someone who was not selfish with my emotions and or my mentality and or approach to the things going on around me. I didn't ignore them if I didn't necessarily care or have a relationship with someone. If I saw something, I would I would establish my thought process right then and there. But it's something that I always noticed because it's something that I never really had to deal with. So it stood out to me. My social status was set. Older brother that was popular too as well, and my social status was set. And right there. But so I was able to perceive things a lot. I was never someone who had to try to stand out early on or anything like that. People knew who I was right then and there. And it's something, and that's why these shows kind of speak to me, because I see that, I acknowledge that, and it's so fascinating to see a show like this. But the supernatural twist is something that's really interesting. I like that. Like, our main character had a scar on his chest. His sister just magically started getting cuts on her. And they noticed that after they got away from social media, that stopped. The adolescence syndrome stopped. So, other than that, though, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. Not really too sure about that. But the opening, yes, the opening. They did not show the ED this week, so it'll definitely be in there next week. But the opening was cool. Visually, it was, I don't know, it really kind of, I think it set the theme of the show. And whenever I say theme, of course I'm referring to the concept, the idea of the show. And I believe that idea and or concept is dramatic, and I think we'll get to the dramatic kind of stuff of the show, episode 3. I think next week will be also another setup episode, and then I think 3 or 4 will really just dive right into things. But episode 1, A+, 100% an A+. Best thing I've seen this fall. Best thing I've seen of summer. Yeah, I mean, shoot. Summer Overlord was fun. It was good. Spring, I can't remember all the way back to spring. What did I do say Kano during the spring? I don't even know what I reviewed during the spring. Hell, I don't even know what I reviewed during the winter. I think that was Konosuba, Masamune-kun's Revenge, and stuff like that. But nonetheless, really good stuff. But this one really takes the case for first episode-wise. Out of all the shows I did not know coming into this year, this first episode has grabbed my attention and made me ask questions and demand them to be answered. So, yeah. Other than that, though, this is a show. Must watch. Go watch it. I don't care. I don't want to hear, oh, I'll take my time. Go watch it. I don't want to care. I have school in the morning. Go watch it. It takes 20 minutes. That's not a big deal. 20 minutes of sleep ain't going to kill you. I'll tell you that. 20 minutes, I'll tell you what, sleeping for 8 hours is waiting too long to watch this stuff, because it's going to be good. It's going to be great. I know it is, unless something just falls off the wagon. I get that feeling. I told you guys when I saw ReZero, I asked you, is this show going to be the real deal? Kind of saying, I believe it is. And it was. I asked you the same thing with the Classroom of the Elite. And guess what? It turned out to be pretty damn good. If it's not the show, if it's not greatness, it's damn near, it's touching it. It's at least an A-, B+. It's some good stuff. I mean, Overlord's a B+, a solid B+. I just can't give it that A. I don't know what it is. But it's a solid A-, in my opinion. Classroom Elite was. Dialogue of the show is so good, guys. It's so good. Gintama, good. Classroom of the Elite, good. Say what you want about Classroom of the Elite, but always a great dialogue. Snafu, man, it's great dialogue. I love it. It's as if the main character could be a sociologist. You know, he understands human behavior. You know, I guess he could be a psychologist in general. But yeah, he could be. He's very good in terms of sociology and everything, understanding how people work and stuff like that. It seems as so. I mean, he did kind of call her out. Hey, I saw the way you looked at that poster. It looks like you missed showbiz, and it looks like the characters are going to have depth to them as well. So, yeah, as always, guys, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitter at Hex25. Check out my Patreon down in the description below if you want to help support what I do here. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Thanks for watching. Go watch this show, please.